In today's PSHE lesson, we are going to explore homelessness. Through this lesson, we're going to identify causes of people becoming rough sleepers or homeless, and describe ways that we can help people who become homeless. We're going to analyze why homelessness is on the increase and what measures could be put in place to help solve the issue. We're really sensitive at this time to the impact of COVID on so many people in our society, and we are aware from the news that this has led to a significant increase in the number of people who find themselves unable to support themselves and have a roof over their head. We start by reading the story about Kelly. And I want you to think, what leads to this situation? Why is it on the increase? Kelly had a well-paid job as a shop manager. When her shop closed down, she struggled to find any work in her town. Very soon she couldn't pay her rent, and she found herself evicted. Kelly had no family to ask for help, and a debt of £1,000 from an old credit card which is stopping her borrowing money. I want you to consider these questions. Why can't Kelly just get another job? What may be the possible barriers that are stopping her from doing this? Explain the difference or the different ways being homeless could impact on Kelly, both in the short term and in the long term. And finally, I want you to think about this. Is being homeless the same as sleeping rough? Explain your ideas and perhaps give examples. Pause the video as you explore and reflect on your ideas. So here are some key terms. Homelessness is defined as a person with no permanent residence of their own. They may be on the streets, sofa surfing, or in a hostel. Rough sleeping is sleeping in places which aren't designed for sleeping. Often, this means outside. Now, in a moment, I want you to watch this video. And in this video, which I have included as a link, please be aware that there is a swear word that we wouldn't encourage anyone to use, but we thought that this clip just gave a real good picture of what homelessness is. So we decided to go ahead. Here are some questions I want you to think about as you watch this video. Why does Matt not feel a part of society? What are some of the reasons that have led to these people becoming homeless? How do you feel watching these people? Violence and abuse towards homeless people is obviously not acceptable. Why do you think some people mistakenly feel that it's okay to be violent to a homeless person? And out of the stories you're going to see, which homeless person's story do you connect with the most and why? And for a mega challenging question, why do you think that the director chose to include a clip of a child giving a coin to a homeless person at the end of the video? And do you think this is an effective documentary? Why or why not? Explain. So pause this video, go watch the other video, and then join me again. Now, for many of you, you might find this hard to watch, but I found this beautiful, uplifting clip that I wanted to share with you. So on your video list, if you go to video 2, watch this video and think, why? What and answer this question. What do you think about the way the skill helped? And then rejoin me. That was a great video, wasn't it? Now, homelessness has become a bigger issue due to COVID. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to spend a couple of minutes brainstorming what are the kind of things that can be done to help. Who should do these things? Of these things, what is the simplest to do? What is the most challenging? I really want you to push yourself and give this some good thought, perhaps brainstorming on a piece of paper, or if you're in class, discussing this in detail with your neighbor. Now, I'm sure you've come up with some amazing ideas. Crisis is a homeless charity in the UK, and this video shows a summary of some of the incredible things this brilliant organization does to help. How does this compare with some of your ideas? Have you got some ideas you'd like to pass on to them? Remember, you can make a difference, directly or indirectly. Watch video 3 and then come back to me. Now, for this last bit, we're going to have a bit of a debate. And the topic is buildings that have been empty for at least 12 months should be given automatically to homeless people. Now, we know with debates, there's lots of sides of the story, and to be a good debater, you need to be able to think about both sides of the story and articulate your ideas clearly. What I'd like you to do is, using this framework, I'd like you to fill in the dots and make it as deep, as detailed as you can. So, for example, the main reason it would be good, or you might decide bad, for homeless people or society is ... And then, to extend your ideas, someone who disagrees with me might say, what do you think? They might believe this because, what reason would you say? And you might say, however, what they fail to consider is. So I want you to see if you can put together a really good argument. Perhaps type this out or do it on a piece of paper. Let's push your debating skills. And finally, we end in a prayer. You can read the prayer, or if you're in class, the class ambassador can read the prayer. Amen. God bless you and have a good week.